Hello everyone. Recently NCERT published NCF School Education on its website. NCF outlines the educational framework and guidelines for school education in India. It is periodically revised to provide a roadmap for curriculum development, pedagogical and assessment practices, and educational reforms in the country. School education in India has been undergoing sweeping changes since the release of NEP 2020. NEP 2020 called for a complete transformation of India's schooling system to meet the challenging demands of 21st century knowledge society. NEP's focus on skills got an endorsement from G20 summit recently held in New Delhi. NEP received a virtual endorsement as the G20 declaration recognized the importance of foundational learning while emphasizing lifelong learning through skilling, reskilling and upskilling, which are the focus areas of NEP. NCF school education is one of the key components of NEP 2020. NCERT placed the pre-draft of the NCF school education for public comments on 6 April 2023 on its website. Former ISRO Chief and Scientist Dr. K. Kasturirangan, Chairman, National Steering Committee for National Curriculum Framework, submitted this NCF to Honorable Minister of Education, Government of India on 29 July and it was released on 23 August 2023. Prior to this NCF Foundation Stage was released on 10th October 2022 and it is now integrated into NCF school education. What is the base for NCF school education? Yes, it is NEP 2020. NEP proposed 5+3+3+4 schooling structure, laid significant emphasis on ECCE, emphasis on foundational literacy and numeracy, assessments at key stages in grades 3, 5 and 8 to track learning achievement, multidisciplinary and holistic and integrated education, reduced curriculum content to give space for communication, critical thinking and problem solving, flexibility and choice of subjects at the secondary stage, integrating vocational education into mainstream education, the medium of instruction to be in mother tongue up to grade 5, deep-rootedness in India's cultural heritage and knowledge system, school quality assessment and assurance, holistic progress card, modular board examination. These salient features are also the basic overview of NCF school education. NEP 2020 proposed following NCFs to bring about a paradigm shift in education: NCF ECCE, NCF school education, NCF teacher education, and NCF adult education. Prior to this NCF, 4 other NCFs were brought out in 1975, 1988, 2000 and 2005. NCF 1975 was based on NPE 1968 and NCF 1988, 2000 and 2005 were based on NPE 1986 and Program of Action 1992. NCF school education aims to provide the guiding principles, goals, structure and elements for the development of curricula, syllabi and teaching learning materials, including play materials, workbooks, textbooks and assessment methods. NCF school education is a vibrant document consisting of 600 pages. It is divided into 5 parts. Part A deals with the aims of education. It lays the foundation of the NCF school education. Education is often practiced only as the acquisition of knowledge. It is absolutely an inadequate view. Education should be acquired through values and dispositions, capacities and knowledge. The content, pedagogy and assessment must be seamlessly woven together through curricular areas. It emphasizes the need for a learner-centered approach and constructivism. If we consider the current thoughts on knowledge in the world, it can be observed that similar ideas existed in Indian thought 2 millennia earlier. 9 schools of thought in Indian philosophy form an important source of discourse, all of which date back to a few centuries BCE. Part B of the NCF focuses on 6 important cross-cutting themes. Theme 1, Deep-rootedness in India's knowledge system. India has a rich cultural heritage with varied traditions. Our country is a home to deep knowledge and extensive practices from language to mathematics, philosophy to art, grammar to astronomy, ecology to medicine, architecture to agriculture, and so on. Hence, it is important to design the curriculum and pedagogy deep-rooted in the Indian context. Other themes are values and dispositions, learning about caring for the environment. It is the need of the hour. Inclusion in schools, that is, admitting children from all backgrounds, including children with special educational needs. Guidance and counseling, educational technology in schools. Part C of the NCF deals with the school subjects, learning standards, content selection, pedagogy, and assessment for each stage. The 3 languages to be learnt in the school years are R1, R2, and R3. Literacy is first learnt in school in R1, that is the mother tongue or the state language. R2, any language other than R1 including English. R3, any language other than R1 and R2. At least 2 of these 3 languages, R1, R2, and R3, must be native to India. The state or other relevant bodies would decide the choices of R1, R2, and R3. Part D of the NCF deals with the school culture and processes. It enables a positive learning environment and inculcates desirable values and dispositions. Part E of the NCF deals with the ecosystem of schooling. This includes aspects of teacher capacities and service conditions, physical infrastructure requirements, and the role of the community and family. Curriculum guidelines as given in the NCF. The NCF school education is a direct outcome of the 4 stages of schooling as proposed in NEP 2020. Let me throw light on the curricular areas as cited in Part C and also in Part A. Curriculum refers to the overall goals, plans, arrangements, and practices that shape the experiences of students in schools. Thus, curriculum does not just refer to the subject content of the textbooks and their pedagogy, but also school environment and culture. Foundational stage. The foundational stage envisions an integrated approach to ECCE for children between ages 3 to 8, that is, nursery to grade 2. Children start schooling in this stage. Have a glance at the learning areas for this stage. Developing foundational literacy and numeracy finds adequate emphasis at this stage. The pedagogy is largely play-based. Holistic progress card is to be issued. Preparatory stage. It is for students aged between 8 to 11 years, that is grades 3 to 5. Have a glance at the learning standards for this stage. Content is to be presented slightly more through textbooks, while concrete materials and experiences still form the core. Children must develop a genuine interest in independent reading and children's literature. Pedagogy must be activity and discovery based. Middle stage. It is for students aged between 11 to 14 years, that is grades 6 to 8. Have a glance at the curricular areas for this stage. Student must gain a more formal understanding of nature and the methods of inquiry in each form. There is a shift to more abstract ideas. Assessments can be more formal and explicit. Secondary stage. This stage is for students aged between 14 to 18 years. To enable the vision of NEP 2020, the secondary stage is divided into 2 phases. Phase 1, grades 9 and 10, and Phase 2, grades 11 and 12. Curricular areas are grouped into 4 groups. Choice for the selection of disciplines will be available for grades 11 and 12. However, gradually this choice will be extended to grades 9 and 10 too. Phase 1 of secondary stage, that is grades 9 and 10. All students would continue to engage with all the curricular areas as in the middle stage. In addition, students would study environmental education as an interdisciplinary area of study. Students will engage with the breadth of curriculum across curricular areas. There will be 10 learning areas or subjects. Phase 2 of secondary stage, that is grades 11 and 12. Curricular areas are grouped into 4 groups. Choice-based courses are to be offered with more specialization. From group 1, students need to study 2 languages. Other 4 subjects need to be selected from 2 of the 3 groups, that is groups 2, 3 and 4, with an optional 5th subject. For the clarity, you can view here an illustrative list of subject combinations. Pedagogy at the secondary stage should expect more independent learning from the students. Self-study and group work should be encouraged. Assessment must be meaningful and challenging through higher order thinking skills. Implications for schools and boards of examinations: to offer and assess subjects from 10 curricular areas for grade 10, minimum 2 languages for grades 11 and 12. All board examinations must move towards becoming easier by testing basic concepts and competencies across subjects rather than rote learning. Schools should be prepared to offer subjects from at least 2 groups, from groups 2, 3 and 4 immediately. Within 5 years, schools should be ready to offer subjects from all 4 groups. Within 10 years, schools should offer many more subjects across 4 groups. In 10 years, all school systems should move to a single secondary stage where students have a choice and flexibility right from grade 9. The current system of study in annual and 2-year pattern should move to a semester system. In 10 years, boards of examinations should be prepared to offer certification through modular examination, including on-demand examination. The world is undergoing rapid changes in the knowledge landscape. With various scientific and technological advances, such as rise of big data, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, the NCF is preparing our schools to lay a strong foundation for our students. This is brief about National Curriculum Framework for School Education 2023. To understand the process of implementations, one must read the entire NCF. However, if you feel you want to be selective, it is recommended that Part A must be read along with the matter of your choice and interest. Part A lays the foundation of NCF school education. For example, if science teacher wants to focus only on her subject, she must read Part A followed by chapter on science from Part C. Educational administrators must read Part A along with Part D and Part E. All the best for the next course of action. Have a great day. God bless you.